Bye. All right, here we go. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome here to another episode of Bible class. Here at Lebanon Baptist Church, we'd like to welcome all those on social media who may have been tuning in, all you guys that have strolled by and caught this page. Stay here and do not leave as we come and love to dig and dig and dig into the Word of God until we find a treasure. Till we find a treasure. Are you ready to dig? I am ready to dig. For all of you guys who may have not been here or may not have been alarmed or alerted to the fact that Sunday, our own Minister Carter was speaking in terms of preparation for servitude.
Yes, God. Yes.
Preparation for servitude. And I said it to some of you guys if you called in. I told you that Billie Jean King had a famous quote, and our lovely black sister said that. Well, you know, she's mixed, but she supposed to, but you know how they go. If you got if you have a little of us in you, you get all of us in you. If your grandmother's black, and trust me, you black, you just mixed. Yeah, black is the only color that can make any color. And she said these powerful words. She said, pressure is a privilege. Amen. Yeah, she said so many of us run from the thing we need the most. And I said, yeah. She said, pressure is a privilege. And so many of us run from the very thing we need the most. And I was thinking about Sunday, and I said, okay, I was gonna let somebody else teach it, but I was conflicted and compelled to come up here. I said, well, God, let me go on up here and do it. After I started studying it, I said, well, I got to make sure everybody's seeing what I saw. I don't even want to just see this by myself, because I'm not the only one that I'm sure have not had to deal with pressure. Watch this. Let's dig. Watch this. We gonna, this Bible class, but this whole little segment right here is going to be nothing more than the process of preparation of pressure. Yeah. See, because it's a process. And in digging, as we finna find out, as in digging, what I found out is that the Most High God puts you and I through pressure. Can you believe that it's a part of God's plan to put you through pressure? To put you in situations that's too hard for you. To put you in situations that you can't get yourself. God does that on. Watch this. Let's dig. Go. Come on, let's start. Let's first, because I want to show you that this is a part of God's plan. That God has already put this into motion way before you and I were even thought about. Let's start right here. Zechariah. Let's start at Zechariah. Zechariah, the 13th chapter. 13th chapter. You there? 13, and I want you to read the 8th and 9th verse for me, Minister Carter. You first. 13, 8, and 9. Read what they say.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God.
Okay, he said, and it should come to pass that 2/3, 2 parts therein of the world and of the people of God will be cut off and die. But the ones that's left, he said the third, right? The ones that's left, he said, I will bring them through the fire. He didn't say I'm gonna bring them around the fire. I'm gonna take them under the fire, over the fire. I'm gonna bring them through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. And will try them as gold is tried. I don't know about you, but I love Forged in Fire. That's the show I love. And in Forged in Fire, when they try to make metals, what they do if you try to make something gold or silver, the first thing they do is they call it refining. They put it in a temperature that's so hot, it looks like lava because of the components that's in it, that it burns and it melts it just that much. And after it's done, and they make the little sword and everything, they give it these tests. They take the sword first and they take a little hammer and they got to refine, they beat it. They beat it to mold it and beat it to mold it into the form they want it to be. They beat it and beat it and beat it and beat it and beat it. And then they stick it in fire. Then once they take it out the fire, they stick it in oil to cool, and then they take it off. And what they do is they take this piece of metal and they run across it to see if it's hard enough, to see if there's any imperfections after the beating. I said to see if there's any imperfections after the beating. But the beating is a process in order for the final forming or forging of the metal to be whole. So beating is a process of it. Okay, come on, let's dig. Go to Job. I bet you. Go to Job. Go to Job. I bet you Job know about preparation of pressure. Job. I want to show you that this is all a part of God's plan. Go to pressure. Job, you there? You there, minister? Job 23, the 23rd chapter. The 23rd chapter, minister. 23rd chapter. And the 10th verse. I'm gonna let Minister Carter do all these Old Testaments. Come on. Job, the 23rd chapter, and the 10th verse.
But he knoweth the way that I take. When he have tried me, I shall come forth as gold.
One more time.
But he knoweth the way that I take. When he has tried me, I shall come forth as gold.
So is it safe to say, because he said he knoweth the way I take, so it's safe to say that God knows where you headed? That God knows where we are? Yet he said, even though God know that, when he tried me, meaning that God has a plan to try you. Wait a minute, God. Now, come on now. Wait a minute. I have enough of the world trying. I had enough of my enemies trying. I got enough of people that don't like me trying. Why must the only one I'm supposed to put my faith and trust in, why he have to try me? I'm glad you asked. Come on, minister. Go to Daniel. I'm glad the minister asked. Come on, let's go to Daniel, because we're going to dig. I want you to see that. I don't want you to think that you going through the disruptive things in your life, that they just happen by chance. Now, not to say that the situation is given by God, but God places you to where you have to go through the situation. Daniel, I'm gonna prove my point. I'm gonna prove my point because even though the process of the preparation of pressure is hard, that process of their pressure and their preparation have a purpose. Come on with me. Are you there, Daniel? I'm on, minister, the 11th chapter. Y'all love to dig. Let's dig. Okay, let's dig. Daniel, 11th chapter. You there? Mm-hmm. Woo! Y'all must go to Bible class. Oh, okay. I figured it had to been Google. Daniel, you there? 11? Mm-hmm. 35 and 35th verse. Read that, minister.
And some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed.
So, even though it's yet set for an appointed time, that means that has a purpose. Read it again, minister. What? But he said, because what's going to happen?
And some of them of understanding shall fall.
So some of them that know gonna fall. Mm-hmm. Okay, keep reading for me.
To try them and to purge and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for the time appointed.
To fall, to try me, to purge me, to make me white. In other words, white means to make me pure. To make me pure. To make me pure to what, though, if I'm going through pressure? What are you trying to make me pure and hard to see while I'm hurting? Pressure. Come on, let's dig. I'm gonna keep digging. I'm gonna show you that pressure has always been a part of God's plan for you and I. See, you think once you get saved, it get good. Not that it don't get good, but the good come with something. That good come with pressure. That's why the getting get good, because you start learning how good it is without pressure. Watch this. Come on, follow me now. Come on, minister. I want you now. Give me James. Watch with James. Let's go in the New Testament now. I'm finna take you around, bring you around, and let you off. Go to James. Come on, go to James. I'm gonna show you that God actually had the audacity to say that He ordained pressure. The very thing that turmoils me, the very thing that has me in disarray, the very thing that I'm fighting not to get involved in, you telling me God ordained it. James, first chapter. You there? Yeah, this Bible class started the second verse. Watch this. I just want to show you how people who've already been through the process of pressure and people who've already been through it, they listen to their testimonies about it. Because it's something about pressure and the process that prepares you and I. You ready? That prepares you and I for what God is finna tell us. Go ahead, minister.
My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations.
Now let's stop right there. Let's take into account what he's saying. Count it joy when you faced against what you're not supposed to be. Count it joy when that wicked thought come in your mind and you know because whether we know it or not, temptation is psychological. It's temptation is psychological pressure. It's psychological because what temptation does, what temptation does, watch this. What temptation does is tell me and make me even feel more and more that what I want. Even though what I want may not be good. But temptation makes me think about it over and over until I make it good. And now he's saying, count it. What did he say? Go back. Go.
My brother, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations.
Why?
Knowing this.
What we knowing?
That the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Stop right there. That the trying of your faith, the trying of your faith work patience. The trying meaning that in order to try, it has to be some opposition that's testing what I'm trying. He said, "What not try what?"
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Now, he say, let it try your faith and work patience. And see, and you know, and that's good for us. We all get all happy and work patience, have patience. Then he go, but see, because it ain't just enough to have patience if patience haven't taught you nothing. He said, but let patience have her perfect work. That means when he say perfect work, that means until you've learned something from being patient. Until patience has taught you a lesson. Watch this. I'm trying to get up out of here. 1 Peter. Come on, y'all think up. 1 Peter. Getting up out of here. 1 Peter. 1 Peter. Come on, y'all know what today is. 1 Peter. 1 Peter. Come on, 1 Peter. Come on. I have to. It's a must. It's a must that I show you guys this. Because unless we know this, we look at bad times as bad. Unless I learn this, what I'm teaching, what we're going to learn today, I will see that sickness as troublesome. Unless I learn what we're going to learn today, I will see that divorce as life-shattering. He said the process of pressure preparation. Come on, you there, 1 Peter? Woo! 1 Peter, the 7th verse. I'm sorry, the first chapter. Mm-hmm.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be
Wait, I'm sorry,
start
at 6. Go to 6. Yeah, I'm sorry, start at 6.
Wherein ye greatly rejoice,
Mm-hmm.
though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptation.
Here we go again. Though you rejoice
For a season,
greatly, though now it's just for a season, if need be, because you are in heaviness through manifold temptations. That means it's not just one temptation. Manifold. Why would God send many temptations my way? And he know I'm nothing but weak flesh. Watch this. Keep on reading, son.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ.
Read that one more time for me. Read that one more time.
That the trial of your faith,
the trial,
being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ.
That the trial of your faith. So Sophia, your faith is in court. And there's a defendant, correct? Ain't you what is going on? Like one of them bailiff people, right? Okay. So you know this. There's a defendant and there's a prosecutor, correct? And in there and on that trial, the defendant nor the prosecutor are the ones who say guilty or not guilty. Right? Do the other lawyer say he's guilty even though they try to make you guilty? They don't make that final decision, do they? So, if my faith is on trial, then I am not the person or the one who can say if my faith is standing or not. It's either a judge make that call or a jury. But what leads to the call that happens is what happens in the trial. In your preparation of your process, what story is the court seeing? Is the prosecution giving more evidence of you failing? Then our lawyer, who's advocating on our behalf, can show more evidence of you going through the fire and still winning? Because your faith is on trial. You see, the process, the pressure is all about your faith. Watch this. Stay right there. You go. We in 1 Peter, right? You stay right there and go to the 4th chapter. Look, watch this. Because we just spoke about Job for a minute, right? Look at this pressure. Just go to the 4th chapter. Still in the same 1 Peter. Look at this pressure. His wife didn't want nothing to do with him. His friends turned their back on him. All his children died. His body got wrecked with sickness. His mind started losing it on him. He started having mental issues, anxiety issues. And with all that in front of him on trial, the only thing that the prosecution was trying to get Job to do was deny his faith. And when you're in a pressure process, it don't matter who the enemy used. 9 times out of 10, it's always somebody close. Because he know you pay attention to that. You remember his wife saying, just curse God. What? You might as well die. We ain't got nothing left no way. You ain't got no more heirs. Everybody you had dead. All the people that used to work for you, they done left. They talking about you done lost your mind. They done left you. I'm finna leave you. You ain't got no help. But his faith was on trial. Because when God brings pressure, that's why everything when it comes to God, you have to see it spiritual. When God brings pressure, the pressure is not to squeeze you. Somebody to write that down so you remember this. The pressure is not to squeeze you. The pressure is not to squeeze you. The pressure is to make you break free. See, it's not to squeeze you and make you feel lost. The pressure is supposed to make you break free and hold on to what you can and what you know. Every day our faith is on trial. Every situation you endure, every situation come your way, every circumstance you find yourself, it's all about your faith. Why? I'm gonna prove my point. Come on, prove it. Prove it. Come on, I ain't got that much time. Prove it. You there? First Peter. You there? Fourth? You there?
4 and 12, right? That's what you want.
Yeah, 4:12. Yeah, 12 through 14. Yeah, go ahead.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you.
Hold on. Because see, if you don't know this, you'll never think about this. You always think, woe is me. I can't catch a break. Everything happened one after another, after another, after another. But you have to know this right here. Say that again, son. If you know this, you is no different. Go ahead. Say what you say.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye, for the spirit of the glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified.
Good. Let's take it up now. Go to John. Let's take it up now. St. John. Let's take it up. St. John, the 13th chapter. Let's take it up. We're gonna take it up. We gotta find out now. I don't want you out there getting tried and you thinking God done forgot about you. I don't want you out there being refined and all you thinking about is the hurt. You know, the thing about being refined, Sophia, is once the refining process is over, in our physical world, after they refine silver or gold, they stamp it. 24 karat, 13 karat, 100% silver. It's because after the refining process, then the ones who was doing the refining sees you worth it. They sees your worth. God refines you and I so that we can see our worth. He know your worth. He want to show you that even though that situation was that bad, you still worth 24 karat. Even though that situation you had to walk through almost killed you, you still shining like a light. Even though that circumstance almost made you lose your mind, you still sterling silver. You still 100% gold. The trials, the process, the pressures have a purpose. What purpose, Pastor? You done told us all. We done read all these. Come on, man. You there? You and John? 13. I'm going 13. 13. 13. Get there. Now, before you get there, hold on. I want to show you this. How preparation has always been. Pressure. Preparation has always taken place. No matter good nor bad, it's always taking place because preparation, just like it helps us, preparation had to be made for evil. Say, prove it. John, the 13th chapter, start at the 26th verse.
Jesus answered.
What did he answer?
He it is to whom
they asked him, wait. We ain't gonna read it all. They asked Jesus, who it is gonna betray you? Who is it gonna do it? Who you saying gonna betray you? And here's Jesus' answer. Go ahead.
Jesus answered.
What did he say?
He it is to whom I shall give a sop when I have dipped. And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. And after the sop,
watch this.
Satan entered unto him. Then said Jesus unto him, that thou doest, do quickly.
I want to show you that even evil has a preparation. He said, that you do, go do it quickly. Now, even though he knew he would betray him, Judas had prepared up to this moment. Judas had already talked to the Sanhedrin. He had already talked to the priest. He had already talked to the scribes. He had already told them, listen, I know where he's going to be, this and that. They say, how much you going to charge? They say, you know what? I'll make sure I have him in a certain place. When y'all got to do is come and find him. And that's why now Judas is at the dinner. Judas is sitting at the dinner like everybody else because I told you, the enemy love to use those that's close to you. When it's refining time, when it's pressure time, he loves to use the ones that's close to you. And Jesus told him, okay, look here. I know you've been processing. But go do what you have to do quickly because I'm ready for my pressure. In other words, speed up the process. Because I'm ready to break through some pressure. Speed up the process. Watch this. Come on. Stay with me. Come on, y'all clapping ain't helping me. 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. You there? Man, y'all, let me get there. Okay, 2 Corinthians, the 12th chapter. Let's go. I'm with you, Apostle. I gotta do the book, baby. I can't do the computer. I might hit the wrong letter in Google and it send me somewhere else. 2 Corinthians 12. You there? Are you there? Is that Jesus? All right, Jesus. Look at this. I want to show you pressure. I need to show you pressure. Read 2 Corinthians. We're right there. The 12th verse chapter. Start at the 8th verse.
For this
I'm going to 9, but I want you to start at 8.
I know you won't.
Because I want him to understand that it's a process. Because he said, this thing I went thrice. Come on, go ahead.
For this thing I besought the Lord thrice. That it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me.
Read that again so that it can resonate in some of us.
And he said unto me,
what'd he say?
My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glorify my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me.
I went to God 3 times.
That's what he said.
about this preparation. This preparation was tough. This preparation was heavy. I had to get up with this, go to bed with this, walk through the day with this. And I went to God about this preparation, this pressure. God, help me. But God didn't say, I'm finna help. God didn't say, I'm going to take that. God didn't say, I'm going to remove that. God said, my grace is sufficient. My grace is sufficient. Meaning that the strength I give you is enough for you to carry what you can't do. Watch this, watch this. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the end, Revelation. Go to the end. Jesus ain't finna play. I want you, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Come on, I got 5 minutes. Come on, Revelations. The second chapter. Watch this, watch this. This the last book. This the last book, Revelation. So you know everything in Revelations is the first book for you. Revelations, the 10th chapter. I mean the second chapter and the 10th verse, son. I want the 10th verse. Give me that. Watch this. Watch Jesus talking about your future. Come on, read.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Read that one more time. Read that
Fear
again.
none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Did you hear what he said? He said, fear none of those things that you're going to suffer. Because you're going to suffer. Because that's what the pressure is made for you to do. See, it's like this. The pressure is made for you to suffer so that you can come through the suffering. I'm going ahead of myself. You just heard what he said, right? Do you guys remember Joseph? We all know. It don't just seem like God now. Come on. Now we know he had a coat of many colors, but I mean, he had a coat of a lot of trouble too. Didn't he have a lot of trouble? Because I asked God about pressure, and he took me to Joseph. And you know, I'm going, well, you know, Joseph was a little softer. Daddy, I got a dream. You know, Joseph was I said, but it turned out to be that Joseph was the strongest. Watch this. Watch this process. Watch this. They wanted to kill him. All because of a dream that he had. Now we know, unlike some of y'all, Joseph wasn't eating pork and having dreams. It wasn't that type of dream. Okay? He wasn't doing none of that. So Joseph's dream was a vehicle to spirit. Joseph's dream was a vehicle to what was taking place in the spirit realm that would soon come to the physical realm. Right? They said, let's kill him. I'm so sick of him. I ain't got his nerve. Because watch this. Because when pressure is there and you have a dream that other people can't see themselves obtaining, they will try to kill your dream. They will try to kill you to prevent your dream from ever getting started. Only because they can't see themselves in that light. That's because they had enough pressure. And they took it and said, okay, we're going to kill him. Let's kill him. Thank God for his brother. Thank God for his oldest brother. No, we can't kill him. We kill him, dead, he going to, come on, then we'll have blood on our hands. Let's not kill him. Okay, forget it. Let's throw him in a hole. Then they threw him in a hole. Then they said, no, you can't really throw him in a hole. You know what I'm saying? Even though they threw him in a hole, they said, but we can't really leave him there. Because if we leave him there, anything could happen. Daddy might just walk back here and he might be crying like a little girl. So let's just take him out the hole. Let's slay it. Let's sell them to these Midianites. They come through, they take all slaves. And they sold them. They sold them. And they sold them to the Midianites. They went on, and the Midianites took them on over there to Egypt. And they messed around and sold them to the Egyptians. Man, Joseph just going through pressure after pressure after pressure after pressure. He said, okay, come on, come on, Joseph, you're gonna be the housekeeper. We want you to be the housekeeper for the Pharaoh, for the king. You better make sure you keep them floors shined. You better make sure everything stay good. Make sure everything stay good. And Joseph was doing a great job. Joseph was in there whistling and cleaning, and pressure was steady gripping Joseph more and more. And he just and Joseph in there looking like an African, cleaning, and young, ruddy, fresh, and here come the queen. And she walking past. And all Joseph in there. What's going on? Who's in there? Who's in there? And Joseph just sitting there cleaning. And she going, man, he really know how to move his hips. Joseph just mopping. She going, wait a minute. No, because the Bible said that she grabbed Joseph by his clothes and she ripped it off. She ripped off his clothes because Joseph was in there moving his hips. Pressure. Joseph is doing all this, and now here she comes. Not only is this pressure, Andre, but this is temptation. Not just any temptation. Because it could have been just any woman and it would have been fornication. But we talking about the queen. So this is temptation times 10. And not just that it was just the queen, but Joseph knew God's rules to the king. And Joseph ran. You think, okay, God, he done good. God gonna let him off the hook. Thank you, God. Just give him some reprieve. Nope. Here come the wife and lie. Hey, yeah. you know when I read about that, I'm serious. No, put a disclaimer on this. Disclaimer for social media. Do you know when I think of this story, what I think about? Have you guys ever seen Rosewood? You remember that? And when the lady said that, and the lady got raped, she act like she got raped, and she came all out. Ah! And they were like, "What happened? What happened?" It was that big black boy. That- and I can see her exaggerating, exacerbating, so that it can be more and more as if Joseph really tried to do something. She came out crying, the Bible said. Y'all didn't see that Hebrew boy? He tried to rape me. Look, I got his clothes. The king said, oh, shoot. Joseph, I like you, but they got rules. But I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna kill you. Throw him in jail. And now he's in jail, innocent. I'm talking about pressure. Now he's in jail, innocent. And he's in there now, but because God is allowing this pressure to mold him, God is still with him. Because God is using the pressure. So because God's hands is on him, even though he getting pressurized, God is still there. So even though he's going through pressure, he's still finding favor. And the Bible says he's sitting there, he telling dreams to the baker. And he told him, he told her to the baker and the cook. And he told him they dream. Hey, we got a dream. We got a dream. He told them they dreams. Because remember, Joseph was a dreamer. So his pressure brought him where his gift can be used. Now the pressure seemed like it was destroying his life. But what the pressure was actually doing was bringing him into the position where his gift can be used. And Jeff told the baker, and he told the butler, and he told them about their dreams, and he told them, now listen, and I told y'all what's gonna happen. Da, 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 da. If y'all get out before me, don't forget, holler at Pharaoh. Tell Pharaoh about me, man. Tell him I'm still down here. He told me he's gonna leave me down here like a year, but I've been down. Tell him I'm still alive. And I didn't even remember him about me. And they left. And he killed the baker. But the butler went up there and he started telling, hey, the Pharaoh had another dream. Couldn't nobody understand it. He said, you know what? It's a dude. You know, as a matter of fact, it was a dude I was in jail with. It was a dude I was in jail like about 2 years ago with. He's still in there. And he could tell dreams. And he came and he told the dream. He did everything. And Pharaoh said, oh my God, you know how to tell this. I couldn't understand how you done this. And he helped the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh put him over everything. The Pharaoh said, anything that takes place, talk to Joseph. The Pharaoh actually told him, he said, I would give you everything. But because I king, I can't. So I do the next best thing. I give you my signia. So anything you say, I say. Whatever you put on, whatever you say, I agree with. And I don't even have to know what it is. Because see, when God is molding you, and the pressure brings you into a place where your gift can be used, God will use the same people that you thought the pressure was coming against you for you to use your gift by them. He said, all right, okay. So then a famine went on all over the land. A famine. And there's supposed to be 7 years of hard famine. And Joseph just in Egypt saying, give each house on 2 pounds of cornmeal to there, 2 pounds of oil over there, 2 things over there. Give it to everybody. Let everybody be healthy. I want everybody to live. And the first people he told his dream to that did not accept what he saw, that did not see how he seen it, that did not believe what God told him, end up having to take a road. Watch this. End up having to take a road to where he was from where they left him. Remember, they sold him to the Midianites. So they had to go the same way that they let him go. Now, remember, they don't know that this Joseph. They just have to go that way to try to get help. Because see, the thing is, the same very people that hurt you, this is why you have to know what your pressure is about. The same very people that hurt you, God will use you to help. But you have to be formed by pressure where forgiveness is true in your heart. The pressure. And I asked God, I said, man, with Joseph, he went through so much. And then they came and they needed food and everything. And Joseph done all these tricks to him. He told him, we're going to go ahead. Go ahead, take some food. Do y'all got any other brothers or siblings or father alive, anything like that? And he said, yeah, we got a little brother at home, but my father won't let him go nowhere because we had another brother. It didn't work too good when he left my daddy. So he left him. And the Bible said that Joseph sent them back. Joseph sent them back with food. And he told them, how much money did y'all get? They said, because they came, our daddy sent us to come back because we didn't have it. And Joseph put their money back in their bags. And this is why pressure right here causes a purpose for preparation. The Bible said that Joseph gave them their money. He gave them food. But then Joseph did something. Joseph took his cup and placed it in their bag and told them, go home. Because Joseph wanted to see if they were still the same. I want to see if they're going to be honest that this cup is in their bag because they're going through hard times. I want to see if the pressure of hard times done caused them to become somebody they not. And he put the cup in their bag just to see if they was going to keep it or not. And they brought the cup back and all those things. And I said, well, God, I understand that Joseph did that to see if they allowed the hard times to make them hard. Did they allow the hard times to harden their hearts? Did they allow the hard times to cause them to be hard and distant from truth and righteousness? I said, wow. I said, well, what is it, God? What did he do? And this is what God told me. I wrote this down. He said, the reason that the process of pressure for preparation is so extent, son, is so that through the suffering, you can be exalted and become a source of life to others. He said, that's why I put you through pressure, so that you can be exalted and become a source of life for others. Joseph became a source of life for his family. The same family that tried to kill him, he saved their life. Which means through that process, that pressure, Joseph had to learn true forgiveness. Not our forgiveness. I forgive you because I don't want it to hurt me and I don't want to be chained up. But every time I see you, I think about it. That's not forgiveness. Not forgiveness. I said, I understand. God told me, son, true forgiveness. You got to have true forgiveness. I said, well, what's true forgiveness? So we'll make sure that the pressure, because we want to be able to be a source of life for others. He said, true forgiveness is this. It's always extended. Watch this. No matter how long the trouble was. It's always extended. No matter how long the scar happened. Joseph been gone now almost 15 years. You know you would have held that grudge. I would have held it. Okay, let me talk about me. I would have held that grudge. You sold me. You don't even know what I done been through since y'all sold me. I done been through problem after problem after problem after problem after problem. But he said these words.
What he say, Pastor?
This is when you know you got true forgiveness. What you meant for evil, God made it for my good. Now, what if the person you've been holding that unforgiveness to, God been using to pressurize you? What if that situation that you keep holding on to, God's been using to pressurize you to see if you're going to break free and let your faith stand for you. We'd like to thank all those that tuned in. God bless you. We pray that something was said, something was heard that drew your heart closer to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. We thank you. We are located here at 1501 West Marquette Road, Lebanon Baptist Church, a church with a faith you can live by. We will see you guys here Sunday. We'll be here Sunday morning from 10:30 till around 11:40 for Sunday school. From around 11:45 until the Spirit says we're done. I know it's Mother's Day. Come out and celebrate the mothers with us. And we'll see you then. God bless you. We love you. May heaven continue to smile down on you.